Hi everyone, Snipe Trading here. Today is Friday the 26th, so happy Friday everyone. So I'll be going over my recap for today. Today, it was a weird day because there was a lot of stocks that were up, mostly stocks like the Chinese education stocks. I'm not sure what the exact news was, but I think they were all following EEIG. I think this was a recent IPO. Not sure why it's not loading. FEDU. So FEDU also spiked up. CE CLEU and uh, did I say FEDU? Okay, yeah. And it's EEIQ. Okay, so EEIQ. So I think all of them were in play due to this sympathy on EEIQ. I think it was recently IPO. Went from $3 to 35, like 1,000%. And then there was like a lot of sympathy plays on the education plays. They're all kind of squeezing after hours right now. But none of those kind of give me any setup to feel confident in to risk. But overall total profit of 169 of just 6 stocks. So it should be a short recap today. So let's get started. So my biggest winner today was YVR. So YVR had this. So you look at the daily chart. It had this big area where it had a huge spike up and then went down, retested the 9 EMA. You know how on my stream I was talking about returning to the 9 EMA as reversion. It had a bounce day yesterday, and today was going to bounce or fade back down to the 9 EMA and go lower for that inverted cup and handle right here, right? So in intraday, I saw that it was looking weak around this area. You can see lower highs forming, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then there's this I think 420 area that broke. So I went ahead and short 420 as my first ads there, and then slowly added more with an average of 417, 1,500 shares. And I went ahead and covered when it was breaking low days there, held it to the lows of 407 to sell my first and got some sell at 399s before that bounce. And I ended up kind of just taking it off right afterwards. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of weakness and people were stopping out from that lows. And that bounce play on the 5-minute chart would have been a next leg down there. So that's YVR for a total of $220 on YVR. Next trade was AEZS. So AEZS had a nice extension here. You can see the extension on the 1-minute chart had a little cup forming, little handle. So I went ahead and took that short down at 138 break. So you put a level here. There's a cup line, inverted cup, and then handle. It broke the 138 level with my risk off of 140, so it's a 2-cent risk. I ended up covering a bit at 135 and 136. I actually covered most of my position there. I wanted to take some partials, but ended up just covering everything there for a quick $105 win there. But yeah, it had a nice trail back all the way down to like 125 or so. So it could have been a better trail winner there, but took all my shares off there. So that was AEZS. Next trade is BHAT. So this is pretty much a flat trade for $5 loss. So they had potential. Retested the 5-minute chart in the morning in the first 15 minutes. Had a flag, little break there. I bought that break at 161s, 162s. a little bit of volume, but couldn't hold high days. So I was hoping for a leg up to trend higher to take some profits up there. I ended up taking some profits at the 165 here high of day, and when I saw it was getting weak, it couldn't hold and took it off when it was breaking the 1 minute reversal and pulled back to 150s, 153s or so. So that was pretty much a scratch trade, a $5 loss there on BHAT. Next trade was also a loss, a small loss on RAIL. So RAIL, I was also stocking this for a short play, and what I saw here was a inverted cup. Went in a little too early, but I think I saw this. So I think one of the patterns I'm seeing is I might go in a little bit too early. It's not bouncing yet, but I was thinking this wick might have been the bounce. But I need to make sure that the full 1 minute candle kind of closes and then it'll bounce for a couple of minutes. So yeah, that trade could have been avoided, but you know, you trade and you learn. So this is what's it stopped out. I just stopped out there for a $10 loss. Next trade was CLF, so I think the same thing. This one was a little tricky as well. It had a little 5-minute chart here. It felt a little bit extended for this break. It actually broke a little bit there, but I think I might have covered a little bit there to downsize, and then I took off the rest when I was breaking highs here, and this was for a $65 loss. It ended up breaking and then making a little cup and handle here off that like micro push up there, but this was a $65 loss. Then my biggest loser today was CENX. So this stock was had a high institutional ownership, so it was a bit difficult to short due to the institutional ownership, because with that there's a lot of algos that trade it. But I think here my trades are not popping up on here, but I think I took the trade right here. So I saw it was extended on the 5-minute chart here, and it's breaking trend, as well as having this inverted cup and handle. So you get lower highs, and lower highs here. So I went ahead and took that break there, right here. It went down a little bit, tested the 5-minute chart, and ended up consolidating here. So I went ahead and kind of downsized a little bit and took it off when it was breaking these highs right here. So that took me for a $74 loss. So I think one of the things I need to learn is to kind of check, you know, on FinViz or somewhere to see what's the ownership, institutional ownership, to kind of avoid some of these trades. But yeah, that was a loss of $74 on CENX. But yeah, overall, total of $169 today. 2 winners and 4 losers. And yeah, as always, yeah, just keep your risk management in check and have small losers compared to your winners. And in the long run, you'll be profitable, even though you're not taking, even though you're not at a high percentage winner. So yeah, quick recap, and it's Friday, so I want to end this recap, or do it early today to kind of relax a little bit. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good trading day. You know, stay safe. So yeah, thanks for everyone for watching, and if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like button, and follow me on my socials in the description below. Thank you.